Yo, what's going on YouTube? I'm Will, and I feel like every time I come back here and decide to make a video during this quarantine, something always happens. So, it's the 29th, Friday, 4:30 in the morning, and I'm up talking about what's going on in Minnesota, because I'm pretty sure you all know, but we have our annual racist act of atrocity where another innocent black man was killed, murdered in the street, cold blood, by an officer with a badge who said that he was resisting arrest, which the video just showed that he is not. I think at this point, people are just really tired and fed up of always having to deal with this constant lingering fear of somebody or something acting as a force of racism. It's crazy. It is really crazy to think that I am 22 now, and I have seen 10 to 15 of the incidents where either the officer or person goes unscathed, or there's a punishment, but it's really minimal, and then it's never brought up again. And the only people who do are us, the black people, and the people who care, because they're our son. But the fact is that we should all care, because this is a real thing, and it really is sad that it is. But it's like, how much more can somebody do? How much more peaceful can somebody be? Well, I'll tell you this, not much more, because they are messing Minnesota up. Like, they set Target on fire, they set a police precinct on fire recently. People are tired, bro. People are tired. We are fed up. We are done with the protesting. We're done with the kneeling. We're done with the negotiations. And we might not have, the biggest and baddest guns, and we don't have a lot of power, but I'll tell you this, we got some pride and we got some heart, and we don't fear shit, because people are out there putting their lives on the line to prove a point that we won't be denied. And I'm not a person for violence. I'm not a person for rioting and looting in a situation like this, but I cannot blame the people who are out there doing it, because it's about time that they listen. And when I mean they, I mean the people who are racist. And it's just not white people. It's not just white people, but they are the majority of this country. They are the majority that is racist. They are the people in power. And a lot of those people in power feel like we don't have a voice. They feel like we should be able to just take everything that they give us and deal with it. It's crazy to think that, equality is such this far-fetched idea where everybody shouldn't be equal. We all should have equal opportunity to talk, to be in power, to have positions that can influence the way that America works. It is this baffling concept that only a few people apparently get. And the few people are the people who are not racist. There's a lot of us that aren't, but there's a lot of people who are. And at this point, I just want them to know, just tell us, just let us know that you're racist so we can just go. I don't know, you can just send us away back to Africa or something. We shouldn't be here anyway. I mean, hell, you shouldn't either, but hey, let's not talk about history, right? At this point, what more can we do? There are so many people who are commenting about this, who are, trying to really figure out what we can do to make a difference and to try to change the idea that racism is cool. And for as many people as it is that are doing that, from the celebrities to the everyday folk to the politicians, there are a lot of people who aren't. There are a lot of people who either have nothing to say, or if they do have something to say, they aren't saying it. Whether it is good or bad, they are not saying it. And there are so many things in life where if you don't say anything, if you don't do anything, you'll never get it. And I just don't understand, like, why there isn't I guess, sense of unity that we have if this is really truly something that we want to fix. And to a degree, I do get it, because even myself, you have to worry about the consequences of what you say, because there is always one. And who knows what can happen, because like his family, like his friends, George Floyd did not know that this would happen. He didn't know this would happen. And now his family, his friends have to suffer knowing that all he did was be black. All he did was look a certain color, be a certain person, and it's over. And there are so many incidents that have been brought up recently that are just like that. And I haven't even mentioned the whole dog situation. That's like an everyday thing. Even for me, you have people who will literally lie on you because you're black, and they know that we have history or whatever that means. And just to get lied on, really, just to get someone that's gonna tell you that you're gonna get in trouble because I said you are, and you can't do anything because you're black. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that this is really the way that America is, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting even talking about it, not just because I'm like talking, but it's exhausting just for the fact that this is the reality that we live in, and it's not just something that we do or see every day that can bring this type of stuff on us. We see it on the internet. There are so many different situations that I've seen on the internet, and it's like you can't do anything about it. You can post all about it. You can share what's happened in the video. You can do all of that, but it's just like really exhausting to, I guess, be like an advocate for it, because it shouldn't even be happening in the first place. It's really crazy to think that this is how far people have had to go to get some type of notice. And with the coronavirus still going on, there are so many different things going on in the world, let alone in America, where the least you are concerned about is the corona. That is the least concerning problem, but that was the most deadly just a couple days ago. But then we're once again reminded that is not the only virus that we have, because racism is real, and it's very, very, very contagious. And the peaceful stuff is done now. People are pushed to their breaking point. And then you have clown Trump over here talking about we're thugs, and how he's gonna start basically shooting people if they're rioting and looting. And for your president to say that, it's already wow. But to think that people don't understand that the further you push somebody down the rabbit hole, the worse it gets. We've been dealing with racism for hundreds and hundreds of years, whether it was direct racism when it came to slavery, or indirect racism where somebody just tells you something or says something or looks at you a certain way, and it's like, oh yeah, I know he doesn't look at me the same that he looks at his friends or her friends. It's a feeling that you get. It's an act that gets acted upon you. It's a system that literally dictates the way that we live, the things that we do, the way that we get talked about, the things that we say, the way we're looked at in the media. And like I said, it's just so exhausting. It really is. What more can we do as a people? I really don't know. We have celebrities, and they're the closest thing to politicians we got apparently. you know, and they don't listen to them. They told LeBron to shut up and play basketball. They told Colin to, you know, stop kneeling. It's disrespectful to the flag. That guarantees us no type of anything in the song. They took his job away. You know, you get a repercussion for trying to be a human being. You get persecuted because you want everyone to be seen the same way. And, you know, it's like, it's crazy that celebrities are our only line of defense, but then it's like, where do you go from there? Everyday folk apparently gonna shoot us, so we have to really be cautious. We have no politicians with any type of power that can really represent us, and if they do, they get shut down because it's majority rule. So then it's like, what do you do? Well, people like me, we make videos, and you know, we talk on social media about how we're tired and exhausted and how we want things to change, but nothing really ever happens. If anything, this is just, you know, a way for us to cope, to deal with the everyday struggles of being black. And, you know, obviously there's black people who hate white people, hate people that are racist in general. And I agree. You know, I can't even blame anybody for that. You know, you want to think that all white people are you know, somewhat sensible when it comes to us, but then time and time again they prove us wrong, whether it be a cop or a regular person. And then it's like, who can you really trust? You know, like, we deal with it on Xbox all the time. You know, we hear gamer words just because people can. You know, these school shooters, they get off, and if they don't get off, the arrests are never like this, because I have never seen or heard of a school shooter dying at the hands of a cop unless it was self-inflicted. I've never heard or seen it. But we have to worry about getting stopped in traffic because we're black. We have to worry about if we're walking a certain way. If the cop sees us, they decide to talk to us, if we're gonna lose our life that day. And personally, I haven't been in that situation, and I pray I don't, or anybody that I know or anybody that possibly could be have to experience that, because people die from it. George Floyd literally just died from it. And, you know, it's about time that something get done. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, you know, what's going on. I feel like this is a way for me to really communicate the way I feel about certain things, and I'm not really concerned about, you know, being political, quote unquote, because there's no price for human life and racism. So if you're racist, then fuck you. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Stay safe. I'm gone.